What's up, everybody? How you doing? It is Matt. I'm a little bit stuffed up right now. I want to talk about something. Want to talk about manifestation. I don't know why my voice just went that high. I want to talk about manifestation. I want to talk about the fact that the full moon in Scorpio just happened, and it seemed like the road to manifestation just opened up. I also want to talk about the fact that we are way too busy in our minds to actually manifest fully. And what I mean by that is something Dr. Wane Dyer wrote a while ago about the fact that we have 60,000 thoughts go through our brain on a daily basis. And to me, personally, that feels like it's way too much to try and grab hold of a specific thought and to allow that to manifest, because you can't just sit there and go, okay, this is what I want to create, this is what a creation is going to happen, this is how things are going to go on. Because with that, you have all these other thoughts of, okay, I need to breathe, I need to pay the bill, blah blah blah. And no matter how much you allow these thoughts to just go, they are still there, they are still with you, and they are still part of that creation. And I want to say that I don't think this is like the biggest idea, nor do I think it's a new idea, nor do I think I'm the only one who's had it. And I think Dr. Wane Dyer had this idea, but the gap, like finding your way in this gap, like the thought between the thoughts, or the space between the thoughts, settling into that gap. And it dawned on me that space is where creation happens. Creation, destruction, manifestation, that small space in between thoughts is where everything happens. It's not the idea of setting it and forgetting it. It's not the idea of holding on to a specific idea. It is not having the idea whatsoever. What do I mean by that? And sorry, it's a jump cut. I ended up getting a text. What do I mean by that? It's not having the thought whatsoever. Yes, it is true. Creation, manifestation, destruction, all this happens in that gap. Because you can't have 60,000 thoughts a day and expect these thoughts to carry any weight with what you actually want to create. You have to stop, you can't stop thinking. Nobody can tell you, listen, you want to create something, stop thinking. You have to be able to extend those gaps. Get in a gap of no thought for about a second, and that's where all the magic happens. Whatever you want, you already have it. Whatever you want to create, it's already being built. You just have to take your focus off of it. And I know it sounds ludicrous, but it's true. The moment you stop worrying, the moment you stop thinking, the moment you stop giving any idea any clout whatsoever, that's the moment that it takes itself on its own journey and allows it to run. Allows itself to grow, allows it to go into the universe and create its own manifested being. But if you're having 60,000 thoughts or more a day, that's a lot of shit that the universe also has to create, because it has to fight against all these other thoughts. Maybe, you're trying to create something, or you're trying to manifest something, and the second thought you have is, but I'm not worthy, but I don't know, but I don't think. Those don'ts are meeting the universe with, well, he doesn't know, she doesn't know. You also have these stressors that are in your mind all the time. Like, I don't know how I can create. I don't know. I can't. That I can't, I won't, I don't, and I don't know how are also being thrown in. So the moment you just say, you know what, it's done, this is creating, and then you stop thinking about it, you allow the universe to take that one thought, you allow it to run with it, you allow it to create, and you don't have to do anymore because you stopped thinking about it. You stopped giving any realization to the fact that you have no control, you stop worrying about whether it's going to happen, whether it's not going to happen, or how it's going to happen. You just give it. You give it to the universe. You allow it to manifest. You allow this creation to come back to you eventually. Now, that's not to say you're not going to have some hard days where you realize that, fuck, like, it really is hard. But that gap is really where you want to be. And that gap, like, we can't all live in the gap. We all have lives. We all have worries. We all have shit that we're going through. But that gap is definitely where you want to be if your life wants to get better. You can't keep thinking how something is going to happen, when it's going to happen, when you're going to make enough money, if you're going to have enough money. Just don't think about it. Trust that the universe has your back. Trust that it will happen, and trust that the magic is there. That's all you need to understand, is that the magic is there, it will happen, and just let it go. Settle into that gap of not thinking about it. Release it to the universe and allow the magic to just happen. You have untold resources and infinite possibilities, actually. Infinite upon infinite. And the moment you stop worrying about the when, the where, the how, the what, the who, that's the moment where everything settles in. That's the moment where manifestation is given that growth opportunity and leaves your hand, goes to the universe and says, you know what? He trusts, she trusts. This person trusts that whatever is out here will grow and come back to you 10, 15, 20, 1,000-fold. That's not to say you're not going to work for it. That's not to say you're just going to let it go and be like, oh, it's going to go somewhere and it'll come back and I don't have to do anything. You still have to work for this shit. You still have to do the work. But your worry, your I can't, I won't, I don't understand, I don't know how, doesn't become part of that work. The universe will put everything it can behind it as long as you just stop. Settle into that gap of not knowing and be okay with it. Settle into the gap of not thinking and being okay with it. Write it down, send it off, and allow it to come back. And while you're waiting, find something to occupy your mind that is positive, that is stress-free, that is beautiful. Go on a walk, do some meditation, go do some yoga. But don't worry about the what, the who, the when, the how, the where. I don't know how many times I can really say that again. And I'm talking about myself as well. Like, the moment I realized that I didn't care how things were going to happen, I just knew they were going to happen, was the moment that I became powerful. That I became a powerful creator, because you just know. You don't start to worry about how, you just know it's going to happen. This deep sense of knowing that I am going to create the life that I want. I am going to create this one tangible idea and it will grow. I just have to give it to the universe. I have to work hard, and yes, it'll happen. You too can have that. You can have that because it's already there. You have the power. You have the will. Just leave the responsibility to the universe and don't worry about the how, the what, the where. Don't stress about it. Stress about other stuff. Stress about how your day is going to go. Stress about your job. Stress, there's so much other stuff to stress about. Don't stress about it, but you get what I mean. Just become that powerful creator. Learn how to manifest with intention, because that is so amazing. That is so incredibly amazing to realize that you can work with the universe, and the universe will have your back and say, I got you. You're going to put faith in me. I'm going to give you everything that you want. It's amazing what happens when you just give it without expectation. That's been my soapbox for today. I just needed to talk about this. It's been a thought in my head all day. The idea of creation and how everything can be created in an instant without thinking about it, without stressing about it. It's an amazing idea, and I hope that this resonates with you and that you can allow this to envelop your soul, and you too can give whatever you want to the universe and say, I trust that you have my back. I trust that you have my best intention for what I want in my life, and it'll come back to me. And then go about your day. So friends, I love you. Peace, love. Until next time.